It is official, it is a done deal, it's a here we go. Benjamin Sesko is a red, a deal agreed in principle, everything laid out, all of the understanding on it. We're going to go through what Ornstein has said, we're going to go through what Fabrizio Romano has said. Just sat there outside, poolside going, it's getting on a little bit now. We should have heard something. I heard what Ben Jacobs said earlier on. This is now imminent. The initial part of this was already discussed and done. We'd met all of the marks. It was just a restructuring that needed to be discussed, and the principal agreement was imminent. Bang. Then we get the Ornstein and the Romano double bombshell, and here we go. The Bombers are in, and Benjamin Sesko is now a Manchester United player. To get into detail, first of all, let's get into what Fabrizio Romano has said. Of course, as you'd expect, Fabrizio Romano has come out and said, breaking, Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United, here we go. In his tweet saying agreement club to club reached with RB Leipzig for €76.5 million plus 8.5 million in add-ons. So it is a lot more than, well, not a lot more, probably a lot more than what United wanted to pay initially until Newcastle came in, but I think is a fair deal. I think this is where it was at. They met, like Ben Jacobs said earlier on, the target that RB Leipzig wanted. They met what they wanted as an initial fee, as a guaranteed fee. It was the structuring of this. Sesko has agreed a personal deal with Manchester United, personal deals with United. Contract till 2030 with an extra year on top. Sesko made it clear on Tuesday he wanted Manchester United. Deal now reality. New striker for Ruben Amorim. Let's get into what Ornstein has said, pretty much saying exactly the same thing really about the deal itself. It was just the actual details of what this was going to be, as in the exact numbers. That's all he was waiting for. Manchester United strike agreement in principle with RB Leipzig to Benjamin Sesko. Deal for the 22-year-old Leipzig striker, 76.5 million plus 8.5 million in add-ons. Slovenian international given permission to fly and do a medical before completing Manchester United move. That is all we needed to hear. That is now in place for Manchester United to complete the medical for Benjamin Sesko. The medical will take place, I'm guessing now tomorrow. We'll try and dig some information out for the late show later on this evening to get all of this laid out. But all of the confusion about why it's not happened, that some people were bringing up, Newcastle hanging around just in case. I mean, seriously, Geordies, come on, let it go. It's done. You've lost another one. It is now officially another one that you have lost. Manchester United make a record signing under the Ineos regime so far, spending that much money. That is €76.5 million guaranteed. Let's just get into some details with this. You know what I'm like. I like to work out all of the pounds and everything that this is actually coming to. So let's get into this now. So when we break it down in euros, first of all, we've got 76.5. So 76.5 euros is £66.4 million guaranteed. So it is just a tad higher than what we did as a down payment for Bryan Mbeumo. So 65 bang on for Mbeumo, 66.4 for Benjamin Sesko, in pounds sterling that is, for Manchester United. So all of the stories and all the headlines will be about Manchester United spending 80 million plus. It isn't that. So then we add on to this. So let's break this down. So that is, sorry, that's just gone off my screen for some crazy reason. So we had 64 million euros as a guarantee, 64 million pounds as a guarantee. Now let's work out exactly what the add-ons are so we can work out the exact sum in this, and that is 7.3 million. So 64 and 7.3. Somebody do the maths on that one for me, please. 64. Do you know what it is anyway? I can't think off the top of my head because I'm just so excited about the deal anyway happening. Let's just have a quick look through all of your comments as they're coming in. Excitement, I can see there, everything coming in, and everyone just happy that this is now completed. I think that was the one thing that you never know until it's done, do you? Until the here we go, until the done deal. That's where we're actually at with what's actually going on with Manchester United deals these days. But like we said on previous shows, this week or this morning even, we were talking with Manchester United now, once we commit to a player, it does look like the deal is going to happen. And this is why everybody got excited about Baleba as well. But The Benjamin Sesko one there, when you look at it, when you break it down, is that £71.3 million in total? Is that what that works out at? There's a lot of people coming in the chat there. I've just not been able to actually work it out in my head. I was crap at maths, to be honest, just looking at the sums. But it just doesn't look as bad as what people were actually saying, which is really good value for money for Manchester United. £73 million. Yeah, 73 million quid Manchester United have got Benjamin Sesko for in total. But we're only paying 64 million up front. I don't think that's a bad deal at all. I really don't. I really don't think it is a bad deal. 5-year contract for Benjamin Sesko. There'll probably be an added one on that as well. I'm guessing there usually is with all Manchester United. I've not seen anything yet in anything that I'm looking through here as to whether Leipzig have got a sell-on clause. Remember, they were trying to push that through as well. I've not seen anything come through yet from any reports. It doesn't really matter at this stage, though, because Manchester United have got another player in. He will be registered and ready for the start of the Premier League. Now we can start talking. Like we said earlier on, will he play against Arsenal? Will he feature against Arsenal? I think he will feature. He just won't start unless Ruben's really impressed with him. Some people even asking, could we get him in the team for the friendly against Fiorentina this Saturday? I'm guessing the plane is booked and he's on his way tonight. And then his medical will be tomorrow. He could feature, but he's not going to. Let's be real. The unveiling will be at Old Trafford tomorrow for Benjamin Sesko. Perfect timing is that is. Breaking it down again for everybody, if you are just joining us, Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United. Here we go, 66.4 million plus 8.5 in add-ons. That is where we're at right now with Benjamin Sesko. It is just shy of £74 million. A fantastic deal. What looked like a player that was going to be upwards towards the £80 million mark. By the way, interestingly enough, I heard Ben Jacobs talking on Gimme Sport earlier on, and he was saying that the reports from Germany about the €90 million bid for Newcastle wasn't real. It was 85 million. So United were always confident that this deal was going to get wrapped up because they were already in with that ballpark figure. All it was Manchester United needing to hit the mark that Leipzig wanted as a guaranteed paid amount. We did that, and then we've just negotiated this. Be interesting to see as this goes on now through the rest of today, and maybe in tonight's show we'll actually have some updates regarding the structure of this deal, how many years installments it's going to be, everything like that, whether or not, like I just said, we get that sell-on clause that Leipzig wanted. I honestly can't see Manchester United allowing there to be a sell-on for a player they're bringing in for that amount of money. Like, seriously, like, you're not going to sell Sesko for more than that unless he turns into a new Robin van Persie, like I said earlier on. But like, when you're paying 70 odd million for a player, what more can he be in 5 years? I don't know, inflation obviously, and players will get more expensive, but he's going to have to go some to be worth more than that. So yeah, I can't see that happening, but breaking everything down and looking into it in detail here, it just looks like Manchester United again have just been in complete cruise control with this, taking the time, looking at the details of it, never flustered by Newcastle, never worried about what bids were going in, and everything that we've actually done here, I think, has been, surprised quite a few people, to be honest. I think there is quite a few United fans that are actually taken aback about how clinical we've been in the transfer market and how well we've done. Like, panicking about Newcastle coming in and bidding, and then Manchester United just sitting back and just waiting their turn, making sure that Benjamin Sesko wanted to come. It was a case of, like Romano said, sorry, I went offline then for a second, bloody internet round here again in the beef off. But Chris, thank you for the donated memberships. Appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much. But yeah, looking at Benjamin Sesko as a striker now for us, straight into the side. This now opens up the Rasmus Højlund that we were talking about earlier on. We did a separate video talking about Baleba wanting to come to Manchester United. We did a video on that and what Manchester United are doing now with selling players. Actually, in asking questions to Ben Jacobs on Gimme Sport earlier on, I've seen the video where the question was asked about Garnacho, and obviously he made the point of saying that Chelsea are going to wait for the Sesko deal to go through and then come to Manchester United with a offer for Garnacho, and that is going to be a lowball offer. But now that this one is wrapped up and we'll get the unveiling over the weekend, I think we can start moving forward again now, realistically. Like Benjamin Sesko was forgotten about yesterday because of Belabor and everything. Let's not forget, we've just bought ourselves a new £70 million striker near enough, haven't we? And it got forgotten about because we've moved on to the next target already, which is hilarious. But to be sat here as a United fan and actually getting this deal done and now already looking to the next one, it does include having to sell players on though. And we'll get onto that later on in the evening show. This one, right now, this show is all about Benjamin Sesko and Manchester United confirming the deal is done. Romano and Ornstein have just tweeted it out. It is done. Sesko is going to be a Red. He is already going to be booking flights to Manchester. The medical is going to happen tomorrow, and the unveiling are not completely done. Sorry, flight's at 5. Has that been said? Okay, right. Actually, just let me get this extra information up here. Let's just see. Right, yeah, it didn't come through to me, that's all. Apparently, the flight for Benjamin Sesko is booked for 5 o'clock. Just checking all of the information, actually, everybody. Right, yeah, the Muppeteers actually tweeted it, so it's just come through. 5 o'clock flights into Manchester, staying overnight. I don't think he'll be doing much today. Maybe he'll take a tour of Old Trafford, I don't know. I'm guessing at this point. Graham in the chat says, note, Sesko has had a pre-season. He's only missed one Leipzig game just before the deal was done. So Graham's trying to push him into this team. I like it. I like your thinking, Graham. I would love for him to be in the side. A bit different to Victor Gyökeres by the looks of it, looking completely off the pace. It is official, everyone, by the way. Gyökeres versus Sesko on the opening day of the season is now happening. That is going to be all eyes on Old Trafford. Sky Sports News, Super Sunday. Here we go. That is on, everyone. So, yeah, time to look forward to that. Leon Football says, the other day I was moaning about why people wanted Watkins. I am sorry about that, but come on, mate. Sesko is the sort of deal we deserve. We are Manchester United. Let's not forget it. In talk as well, Ben Jacobs was talking about Manchester United's Ruben Amorim only wanting and really pushing for Benjamin Sesko. It was put to Ruben Amorim about Watkins as well. He was obviously interested as another option, but apparently Ruben Amorim wanted Sesko as well. He wanted him in, he wanted him done. That was a top target. Vivel was fully on board with this, and obviously everything fell in line past that point. When you've got the main two people, head of recruitment and Ruben Amorim, and what Manchester United already know about Benjamin Sesko, it was a pretty easy deal to actually get done for Manchester United to get Sesko in and over the line. So yeah, this is exciting times. This is very exciting. Getting a few more comments in as well. Saw Ornstein posting it when it happened, and it was another stream. A nice one. Cheers, Chris, on that. Thanks for them memberships again, buddy. What a signing. Next, that Belabor from Brighton. Watched footage. He looks the beast in midfield. We'll see what happens next. More on that coming later. So yes, just checking through everyone's comments. There's a few people actually talking about when the flight actually is. Opening game versus Arsenal at Old Trafford. Gyökeres versus Sesko will be absolute roof blower. Oh, it's going to be absolutely mental at Old Trafford. I'm so excited to be there in the stadium to watch that one. And of course, I will be covering it all as usual. Match days are back a week on Sunday, everybody. How excited are you now for the start of the season? By the way, give the video a like if you are buzzing that Benjamin Sesko is official. He is a Manchester United player. His flight is booked. He's on his way to Manchester to sign his contract and become a Manchester United player. Get the likes in if you're buzzing with that news, everybody. We are doing a quick fire live show here just to announce Benjamin Sesko as a Manchester United player. Yeah, I mean, when you look at this, a lot of people, while we was actually in the process of signing Benjamin Sesko, were saying that this is taking time. I know there's a lot of people going in on Sesko not signing. Why are we not making our bid? Newcastle are moving forward here. United are standing still. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, all of that talk going on. But when you break it down, how long from Manchester United showing an interest in Benjamin Sesko, when Romano said United are serious, we're in, to where we are now and signing him, this hasn't taken long at all. What's it been? 2 weeks since we had the first initial Manchester United are in for Benjamin Sesko? It's round about that mark, isn't it? 2 weeks-ish and this deal done. Biggest one for Ineos so far, where if everything is paid, which is pretty damn decent, to be honest. And I'm just looking forward to seeing him play now. I really am. There is lots of negotiations going on for other Man United players. I know everybody now that this is done, we can celebrate and move forward. And this is what we've all wanted. It's like, get this done. Don't let it drag on. Let's move on to the next target. This, I think, is now Manchester United all in for Baleba. And let's see what happens here, because that one is not going to go away. That's not going to go away quietly. Manchester United are going to make a bid for, I think they're going to make a bid for Carlos Baleba. I do think it's coming. I think United are going to throw everything at it, and I think it will actually happen. I can't see it not happening now. And whether we get him or not, I don't know. I don't know. It is the full-on dessert after an a la carte meal, that isn't it, of the transfer window. Right now, my transfer window is sitting at the 7.5. Manchester United, 7.5 out of 10. If we move some players out, we're into the 8.5. If we buy a midfield off, then we're into the 9s. Right now, though, we're just ticking boxes. We're ticking boxes. Manchester United have a new dynamic front line, which is going to scare defences this season. Over to you, Ruben, I think is the message now. Let's see, now that you have been backed, and you have been backed, my friend. Let's see what you can do, because this is going to be very interesting, how United set up and how we actually play. Like the dynamic of 3 new players in that front line, which is pivotal to Manchester United being successful in this system of Amorim's. None of them knowing Manchester United's ways or have played under Ruben Amorim before. There's no experience in that front line at all of being with Ruben Amorim. So it's completely brand new. And I think that's the intriguing bit about this now. Now that Sesko is in, you have got players here around him that I think will make his job easier. But at the same time, we are going to watch, as Manchester United fans, a new partnership, a new trio come together in our front line and develop together. This could be either the biggest disaster class for Manchester United in their history with the amount of money we spent, I can't see it, or the start of a new era for Manchester United. That's what this is now. We are now looking at a massive turning point for Manchester United here, and I cannot wait for it to get going. I really can't. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic. And now everybody, oh, good God, I cannot wait to hear the pundits when Manchester United start winning games. I cannot wait to see the reaction to some opposition fans when Manchester United start turning it around again. God, like I said, like all of this, and I'm bigging this up here like this is going to be a given. This is all now down to, like I said, Ruben Amorim making something of this and making Manchester United that force again. It's going to be so interesting to watch how the dynamic changes now, and all of them bomb squad players looking in right now. United just completely ignoring their angle on everything and what they're trying to do in trying to get United to a point where they feel like they have to sell them players when we don't. I love it. Absolutely love it. Let's check through all the news as it comes through, everybody. Trying to get an update on Carlos Baleba from our partners. We should have an update on Carlos Baleba coming up as well, which is interesting. That's come from Indy Cali again. I think it's Indy Kyler again, sorry, I said the name wrong. This is the guy that broke the news initially, which is fantastic. Benjamin Sesko will fly to Manchester tonight, says Romano. That's just come out. Manchester United wants Sesko to complete his medical and sign the contract tomorrow. They want him signed by tomorrow. That tells me that they're unveiling him in front of 75,000 at Old Trafford Saturday afternoon. I cannot believe it. It's just worked out so good right now. It has. So just to get you even more excited, there is news coming about Garnacho, about Manchester United selling Rasmus Højlund now that Sesko is gone. And it is all leading into an update on Carlos Baleba as well. So this is going to turn into be another one of them really exciting days for all Manchester United fans. So yes, hold on to your hats and get ready for the evening show tonight. It should be a good one. There is loads of news coming out. So I'm going to wrap things up there. Just wanted to do a quick live when this dropped to give it the credit it deserves. Well done, Manchester United. Get into the comments section, everybody. We have made a great deal here. We have beaten off competition from several clubs by the sounds of it. Most importantly, one of our biggest rivals this season in Newcastle, fighting for them top 5-6 places for Europe. Absolutely amazing business by Manchester United. And all of the doubters, please come back in and talk to us. Don't forget, you were the ones that were doubting what was actually happening with Manchester United this season and this summer. Well, look at us now. 3 signings in the bag. Andreas, before we go, with the super chat says, yes, done. Please get your comments in. Give the video a like. Let's get it up to 500 live likes. That is us wrapping things up right now. Quickfire live stream for everybody. Well done, United. Benjamin Sesko is officially a Manchester United player. Medical tomorrow. Contract signed tomorrow. Unveiled at Old Trafford for the Fiorentina game on Saturday afternoon. I'll see you all later on in the evening show. Cheers, everybody. Have a fantastic afternoon. I take it.